Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to Kingspade channel. So a new job class, the Taekwon, is officially announced to be released in the SEA server or in all servers of ROX for that matter. Now, although we do not have an exact date yet, what is the actual date when the Taekwon will be available in the game? There is already a list of skills surfaced on the internet that potentially the Taekwon will have, and that is what we're going to do in this video. We are going to look at all of the Taekwon skills. I am going to go through it one by one with you. Now, this list of skills is taken from the ROX Uni Discord provided by Arbin. The skills are originally in Chinese, and it said here it has been machine translated to English, I guess with Google Translate, and the translation, the meaning, a lot of it feels disconnected. It is hard to understand for some of the translated skills, so I improve it with my own translation and make it more simple and straightforward to understand with reference and cross-check with the old classic Ragnarok skill name as well. Alright, so what main attribute job class the Taekwon will be? Will they have crit build or penetration build? Are they magic type or physical type Taekwon? We can know all of it with just a glance into their skill set. So without delay, let's get into it. The first set is for the first job Taekwon. The first skill we have is the Taekwon martial art or Taekwondo. This skill by itself do not do anything. Its effect only will be released when you finally have the Stellar Union skill that you get as second job. When you finally have the Stellar Union skill, your basic or normal attack is now has fixed attack speed, and every basic attack will give you 3 energy points. Now, energy here is not like the monk spirit sphere. It is not needed to cast skills, but Taekwon rely on energy to get a lot of passive and active buff, enhancing not only the Taekwon normal stats but also their skills as a whole. So, like it or not, although it makes you to have a fixed attack speed, you will find yourself to need this skill for various reasons as we go on into the skill list. And right from the bat, this skill reveals to us the Taekwon will be a normal attack type. Can they be built as skill type? Let's continue. The next skill is Taekwon training. It looks like a passive skill that increases physical attack that scale with strength and also increase physical penetration. My oh my. So Taekwon is a strength type job class. Not a surprise, it is actually expected, and it is a penetration type job class as well. That is actually not expected at all. For a basic attack type class, you would think it will be a crit type most of the time, but here it increases penetration. It looks like my longbow penetration ranger, just that its main stat is strength. Interesting. Next is kick skill. If monk uses feast, the Taekwon uses leg. Alright, rapid upper kick the target into the air and deal neutral physical damage. Damage can be further increased that scale with the strength stat up to 450%. After learning stellar perception skill, this skill damage will recover some percentage of energy. So now it reveals that the Taekwon is a force neutral element job class. I wonder what pet that is suitable for Taekwon. Maybe the varied pet that have penetration aptitude. Next, round kick or roundhouse. So roundhouse is the classic Ragnarok skill name. Round kick is the renewal version of the Ragnarok skill name. Right? For round kick skill, round kick targets in a fan shape area and deal again neutral physical damage. Every target hit up to 5 recovers a little HP. Damage can be increased further at scale with strength stat and recovers energy according to the numbers of the target hit after learning stellar perception skill. Another variation of kick style that deal damage and recover energy as well as some HP. Next, bone crushing kick. Violently kick target and deal yet a neutral physical damage. Inflict weakness debuff for 5 seconds that decrease physical defense by 5%, stacks up to 10 times. Damage can be further increased at scale with strength stat, and recover energy after learning Stellar Perception skill. This skill syncs well with the Taekwon penetration build. With the target have lower defense, Taekwon penetration stat will deal more damage. Next, Flying Side Kick or Flying Kick. Rapid flying kick target and deal neutral physical damage. The higher the Taekwon movement speed, the further the displacement distance, the higher the damage dealt. I think it means the target knock-off distance. After learning Stellar Perception skill, this skill damage will recover some energy. Interesting. Now the movement speed also affects the Taekwon damage, specifically this skill. I wonder where you can get more movement speed, maybe from other job class buff, but is there any movement speed stat that you can get permanently, like maybe from pet or from costume and cards? Let me know at the comment below if you know where you can get movement speed increase stat. Next, Fighting Chant or Key Hope. Now this is a support buff that the Taekwon have. After casting the skill in 20 seconds, every one ally enters the buff area. All allies attack damage are increased, stacks up to 5 times and lasts for 60 seconds. The caster will be interrupted if he moves, releases a skill, or is controlled. So this is like Bard and Dancer buff, I suppose, but he cannot move when in this state. Maybe there will be another skill that allow you to move when using this skill on higher level skill set. And finally, Taekwon mission skill. This is a very unique skill. This allows Taekwon to have one extra daily quest every day. Completing the quest can give you extra EXP and also give you final damage reduction buff for 12 hours. Maybe use this skill before KVM or when you want to go for MVP hunt, but definitely use it every day for that extra EXP. And that is the first job Taekwon skill set. All are mostly offensive skills that deal damage that scale with strength stat, and only one passive buff skill, which not that useful to be used for yourself as you can't move while using the skill. Next, moving on to the second job class. We don't have a name for the second job class yet, but from the classic PC Ragnarok, the Taekwon can actually choose to change to either the Star Gladiator or the Soul Linker. And here we have 3 more skill sets, so maybe this is for second job, second advanced job, and finally third job. I'm not sure how it will be, but let's look at the next skill set. First, we have Stellar Perception or Feeling of the Stars skill. Stellar Perception is the skill name for classic Ragnarok. Feeling the Stars is the skill name for the renewal Ragnarok. Either way, I prefer the Stellar Perception name more, so I'll use that in this video. Dealing normal attack or skill damage gains energy. Every 20% HP lost, have 10% chance to gain additional energy. The energy points will reduce rapidly when out of combat. When energy reaches 100 points, consumes all energy to gain 1 Stellar to a maximum of 3 stacks. Next is Stellar Union. Consume 1 Stellar to use this skill and increases physical attack for 6 seconds. When in Stellar Union state, cannot gain energy and can't use Stellar Union skill, so it means that this skill cannot be stacked. Next, Stellar Hit. If you have more than 1 Stellar, when taking damage exceed 5% of your maximum HP, the damage is reduced by some percentage. When in Stellar Union state, all allies within 5 meters also granted with this effect. Next, Stellar Wrath. To use this skill, you need 3 Stellar. Final damage is reduced by 30% and movement speed is increased for 3 seconds. In PvP, the movement speed duration is further increased. Every 3 seconds, summon a meteorite that deal weapon attribute damage to all surrounding units and yourself. Enemies hit by the skill will have their movement speed reduced, and movement speed reduction is double if they are hit again by the skill. The effect will not be stacked. When in this state, you are considered of having Stellar Union state, so you cannot gain energy and will not be able to use the Stellar Union skill. Alright, all that are active buff skills that utilize the energy to increase your own stats. Next are enhanced skills utilizing the existing skill that we have at the first job. First, we have X Kick or Heal Drop skill. This transforms the kick skill to the the X skill. It is now an AoE damage skill that deals neutral physical damage to the surrounding targets. Next, Whirlwind or Tornado Kick. This transforms the round kick to the Whirlwind Kick and now deal 2 times neutral physical damage to the target. The HP recovered is also changed to how much your damage deal instead of a fixed HP based on your maximum HP. Next, Rupture Kick. This skill transforms the Bone Crushing Kick to the Rupture Kick. It does not have any added effect on this skill, but I guess it will have much higher damage multiplier. And the next 3 skills, we have special move skills, which evolve the skills to another form. First, we have the skill Special Move X Kick. When in Stellar Union state, the Kick skill transforms to Special Move X Kick skill. Now it deals 3 times AoE neutral physical damage that stun the enemy, and the last attack deals double the damage. When the skill ends, the Stellar Union state is removed. Next, Special Move Whirlwind Kick. This skill transforms the round kick to Special Move Whirlwind Kick when in Stellar Union state. Now it deals continuous round kick neutral physical damage to the targets. The Stellar Union state is removed when the skill ends. Next, Special Move Rupture Kick. And you guess it, the Bone Crushing Kick becomes Special Move Rupture Kick when in Stellar Union state. Now it deals 3 times damage to single target, and the attack attribute is changed to the weapon attribute damage. The last attack deals double the damage, and every damage is now additionally deal 3 damage. When the skill ends, the Stellar Union state is removed. So that are all of the second job class skills. The energy plays a big role in this skill set. Every skills allow you to gain the energy. Once the energy reach 100 points, it will turn to Stellar and convert to Stellar Union, which ultimately allows you to use one of the 3 special moves. I think only one special move can be used at one time, because once the special move is casted, the Stellar Union effect will be removed after the skill ends, and you need to accumulate the energy again. Alright, next let's look at possibly the second advanced job skill set. After the star related skills and buff, now we have the sun buff. The first one, we have Solar Union or Union of the Sun skill. Consume Zenith to summon a sun field on the designated location. Last 10 minutes. All of your defense and skill damage within the field are increased. If the target HP is above 50% of their maximum HP, for every percent of the HP increase, your attack ignore the target 1% physical defense. When you are in the field, the damage attribute of all your kick related skills are changed to fire. The effect of the skill will end if you die, leave the field, or release Moon Union skill. Moon Union is the skill for the next job change, so now the Taekwon can be built as fire attribute, and that means another suitable pet for fire element Taekwon will be the Desert Wolf pet. Next, Solar Wrath or Wrath of the Sun skill. When you are in Sun field, has a chance to inflict 1 Solar Wrath stack when dealing damage to the target. Each stack will increase the target's hatred towards you. After 10 stacks, all the effects will be removed and the target will be stunned for 6 seconds. Wow, 6 seconds is so long. That is too much. But I guess it is to balance out the hatred debuff. I'm not sure what hatred status effect do. If you know, please let me know at the comment section below. Next, Solar Heat or Warmth of the Sun skill. This skill uses Sun field to heal ally. Allies in the field are healed for every 3 seconds. If the ally HP is full, 30% of the healing amount will be turned into shield for 3 seconds. The shield value can be added up to 10% of the target maximum HP. Next, Solar Blessings or Blessing of the Sun. When in Sun field, protects 5 closest teammates and generate a link between each of them. As long as the link exists, it will share the damage they receive to the teammates who are linked to it. The link is broken when the link person leaves the field, and the effect of the skill ends when HP level falls below 20%. Interesting. The sun buff not only increase your attack but also protect your teammates. Next, we have more new and enhanced skills. First, we have the counter kick. This skill blocks the damage received and counter it back to the attacker with a portion of the damage blocked. This skill, however, must be used manually, as the blocking stance can be essentially charged by pressing the skill up to 5 seconds. Next, we have a special move for the counter kick skill. The counter kick skill becomes special move counter kick when in stellar union state. All are the same except for this part. If the blocking lasts more than 3 seconds, this skill will kick out and cover a wider range with the same damage it blocks and inflict additional 10% of the block damage as neutral physical damage. The block damage factor can be increased with strength. Next, high jump skill jumps upwards and is in an overload state. Upon landing, increase funnel flee for 3 seconds. And again, I'm not sure what overload status effect do to your character. May be immune to all attacks. Next, counter kick reflect. Now the counter kick skill is given a new effect. It can reflect some of the damage received to the attacker. Next, counter kick recover, and again a new effect for the counter kick skill. This time it recovers your HP for every damage received. I think this skill is mainly to be used in PvP or for MVP hunt, mostly because of the manual charge to block attack. The next 3 skills are further enhanced of the previous second job skill. First, we have the Earth Burst X Kick skill. When casting X Kick skill, it becomes Earth Burst X Kick, storms the ground and trigger explosion, and this time it immediately stuns the targets. Next, Whirlwind Round Kick. When casting Whirlwind Kick skill, it becomes Whirlwind Round Kick. Nothing special about this one, just that you are now become like a tornado, I guess dealing even more damage. And lastly, Atomic Rupture Kick. When casting Rupture Kick skill, it becomes Atomic Rupture Kick skill. It is now inflict 3 weakness debuff and immediately consume all 3 stacks to deal additional true damage, ineffective against MVP, bosses and mini-boss. Alright, the second advanced job for Taekwon give more survivability to the job class and at the same time enhancing their kick related skill to have more damage and more effect, sort of upgrading the skill to a new level. Finally, we have perhaps the third job skill, and now we have yet another buff, the moon skill buff. The first one, we have the lunar union or union of the moon skill. Basically, it will have the same skill name with the sun buff skill, just replace it with moon, but they have different skill effect. For lunar union, consume Zenny to summon a moon field on the designated location, lasts for 10 minutes. Your physical attack and movement speed is increased when in the field. Your normal attack will now track the target, sort of like dealing range attack I suppose. If the target HP is below 50% of their maximum HP, for every percent of maximum HP decrease, ignore the target 1% physical defense. When you are in the field, the damage attribute of all of your kick related skills are changed to your weapon attribute. So now the game gives you flexibility to choose any element you want. Well, I guess it will be between neutral and fire element. Next, Lunar Wrath or Wrath of the Moon skill. When you are in the moon field, has a chance to deal true damage when dealing or receive damage to and from the target. If the target is a boss type unit, the damage is changed to deal physical attack weapon attribute damage. When your HP is less than 20% of maximum HP, you will die directly. When the target HP is less than 20% of maximum HP, they will die directly. It didn't say here if it is ineffective against boss, and since this skill can be used against boss, so does this mean that it can instant kill the boss or MVP when its HP is below 20%? That is actually so OP. Next, Lunar Hit or Warmth of the Moon skill. If the sun hit is to heal your teammate, the lunar hit is used to weaken the enemy. Inflict 1 stack of moonlight effect on enemies up to 6 every 3 seconds. Each layer lowers the target's all defense stacks up to to 5 times, lasts for 6 seconds. Next, Lunar Blessings or Blessing of the Moon skill. When in Moon field, protects all teammates within the field, allowing them to withstand the next few numbers of damage received, and increase their flee rate by 2% for 6 seconds. Next, Skysplitting Kick skill. Quickly kick the target, dealing neutral physical damage and send it flying. The target then cannot be healed for 3 seconds. Next is its special move. When in Stellar Union state, Skysplitting Kick becomes special move Skysplitting Kick. Now it deals 2-time damage. Next, Friends of Taekwon skill. For every numbers of times an ally around Taekwon releases skill or deal normal attacks, all teammates will receive shield, a portion of their maximum HP, which lasts for 2 seconds. At the same time, you will be dispelled and immune to all negative status, trigger every 20 seconds. Next, Solar Explosion skill. I kind of wonder why suddenly there is a sun related skill here. This skill can only be used in sun field. Taekwon leaps into the air and kicks the ground while flies downward, dealing fire attribute physical damage to all enemies around the target. And lastly, the Full Moon Kick skill. This one is to be used in Moon field. Taekwon focuses their mind and pull all nearby enemies in front, then kicks forward, dealing 2 times shadow physical damage to all enemies in a fan shape area and stuns them for a few seconds. Interesting. Now suddenly we have a shadow element and the only skill that have shadow attribute damage on top of that. Not sure if this skill will deal a lot of damage because of that. Alright, so that are all of the possible skills that the Taekwon will have. All in all, the Taekwon skills undergo enhancement on every stages of the job advancement, making them stronger with every job change. And with that, I don't see a lot of utility skill and also defensive skill that are useful in PvP gameplay. Perhaps the Taekwon excel in PvE content, MVP hunt, board skill, and monster grinding. Alright, what do you think of the Taekwon job class? Let me know your thought in the comment section below. Alright, that's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.